Are you feeling completely overwhelmed by the amount of content that you're expected to produce as a small business owner? Does it seem like you have this insatiable 15-year-old with a bottomless pit, always saying more, 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 more when it comes to social media? I totally hear you. And I actually have some really good news because I've figured out this really ridiculously simple system to create content across a variety of media channels for an entire year. So it seems like you are omnipresent and this like content churning machine, and it only takes you less than an hour to do all of this. Now, if you're someone who like loves writing thousands of words and spending hours and hours a day working just on your social media, please move along because this is not the training for you. For the rest of us who would like to have a life and not be on our phones or typing hours and hours a day trying to come up with enough content for where we're supposed to be, then stay tuned because I have some really great news. It's so easy to follow this. So let's get started, okay? Now, step number one, do a Facebook Live. Pick a topic, teach a part of a training, whatever it is, just go in and do a Facebook Live. When you're done, head over to the side where it says videos, click on the video that you just did, and up to the right, there's going to be three little dots. Click on those dots, a drop-down menu comes, and then it says download video. Download that video. All right, step number one. Now, you're going to head over to anchor.fm. This is a free podcast channel. And it is brilliant because it's super easy to use. It's free. We like free. It will monetize your podcast for you. We like monetizing. And it also will connect your pod and publish it to like a whole swack of other pod stations like iTunes and Spotify. So it really helps get you out there. So now you've got your podcast. You're going to take that video, drop it in to create a new episode. And what will happen is that Anchor FM will automatically take the audio file and create a podcast episode. Once that's done, you just type out the name, a little blurb about what the podcast is about, and you're done. All right, now what you're going to do is take the link to that podcast, head over to either rev.com or temi.com, and you're going to drop in the link, and then it's going to transcribe that entire podcast, which was originally your Facebook Live. Now, what's the difference between these two companies? Rev.com is actually humans, so the quality of the transcription is going to be much higher, and it is a little more expensive. It's $1 a minute. Temi.com is done by a computer, so you have to be a little more diligent about editing, but it's only 10 cents a minute. Either way, you'll get your transcription done super fast and for peanuts. Great, so now you've got this transcription. We're going to head over to something called missingletter.com. Now, this is a great app because what it does is it connects with your blog, and whenever you publish a new blog post, it'll automatically create posts to go on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook, complete with text boxes and photos. So all you need to do is just approve the ones that you want, and then Missing Letter does the rest. It'll drip out an entire year's worth of content for over 52 weeks on all of those different platforms. And you're not doing a thing. Like, you literally do not lift a finger. It's all running in the background and it's automated. So you've got an entire year's worth of content and you didn't do anything other than that Facebook Live. Okay, so now you've got Missing Letter set up. Head over to your blog. You're going to take that transcription that you've edited, put it into your blog post, create a really great header, like a headline that's going to be SEO friendly, and then break up your blog with some subheadlines so that it's easier to read, and also it's going to be easier for your SEO ranking, and hit publish. Once you've done that, then what's going to happen is Missing Letter will do its stuff. Now, take that article that you just published, head over to Medium and publish it there so you have another outlet. Also, go over to your LinkedIn profile and publish the article as an article on your LinkedIn profile. So you see, we're starting to take the same things and spread it all over the interwebs. Now, we are almost done. Go back to that original Facebook Live download, head over to your YouTube channel, upload it as a video, put some really great keywords in there and a great description, and hit publish. There you go. And don't forget about YouTube, because it is one of the biggest SEO drivers, since it is it's owned by Google, right? Google owns everything. So when you do a Google search, keep in mind that one of the first things that comes up will be links to videos, and you have a much higher chance of ranking for keywords via YouTube channel than you would, say, with your blog or your website. You know, like, imagine you get one of those videos that pops up as one of the top 3 or 4 that are featured. Imagine how much traffic that's going to drive. So don't neglect YouTube. A lot of people aren't using it yet, so it's really one of these channels that is totally underestimated. And there you go. Voila. You have taken one Facebook Live. You have now made it into a blog post, social media post for the year, an article on Medium, an article on LinkedIn, a podcast, and a YouTube video. You can even take it a step further and break it down, and you can do it as little posts throughout the next few months. You can even do it as a Facebook ad. So this will take you less than an hour to do all of that. How easy is that, right? So all of a sudden now it's like, oh my gosh, instead of worrying and spending hours a day or trying to do something every single day, you have once and done, and you've got a whole drip campaign running in the background. Plus you have now your material in all these different channels. So it seems like you are everywhere. That article is getting in all these different places, but you're not doing any more work. Now, I can give you this broken down into, like, you know, here's a PDF of how the training goes, but I'm going to give you something even better. I'm going to give you this plus ongoing trainings with Screw the Hustle Crew. Now, what exactly is Screw the Hustle Crew, besides a really great name, if I do say so myself? It is a monthly membership, but it's not like any other monthly membership that's out there right now. This is something completely different, completely fresh, and something that, frankly, I think is completely necessary. Because as small business owners, we are expected to know how to do all the things. Facebook ads, Instagram, how to write, email campaigns, how to write a sales page, how to do webinars. And frankly, it's overwhelming. Am I right? Like, we just want to focus on what we do best, but all the other stuff that comes with owning a business now and running a business successfully is where we start tripping up, right? Because we have to learn how to do all this. And where do we learn how to do it? Either we spend hours trying to find stuff on the internet, or we're like in all these different Facebook groups getting different information from people, or worse, we're spending all this money on courses. And how many people, guilty as charged, have courses are sitting on their computer that they have never finished or even started, right? It's like this boneyard for courses of, the world's best intentions. And that's the problem as business owners, is that we just get bogged down with all these great intentions, but we don't know how to do it, or it's too much time, and we just look at that and say, oh my gosh, I got to learn how to do Facebook ads. Like, that's just, So I don't want you to be feeling like this anymore. So this is why Screw the Hustle exists. Every month, we're going to take one aspect of business. So say, for example, it might be Facebook ads. We bring in a guest expert who really knows their stuff on that particular topic, and we do a masterclass. Then every day, there's a 5 or 10 minute short little action or task that you need to do to help cement the learning and the training into our business, so that we really get to know what we're doing. We feel comfortable. And by doing a little bit every day, we start to implement. We start to actually take action. We start to move that needle forward. So by the end of 30 days, we're going to see this huge growth, right? 5 or 10 minutes a day is all it takes. But by having a plan and having someone say, okay, this is what you do now, we take all of that off of our own shoulders, right? Just tell me what to do so I can do it. And then you've got a really good understanding after doing something every day for 30 days, having someone guide you through who knows what they're doing. you're going to know what you're supposed to be doing, right? On top of that, though, we have swipe files. We're going to have different prompts. We're going to be having what's called Work Along Wednesdays, which is basically a virtual office setting where we all come together for an hour and we just work in silence. So this way, it's like you're being held accountable, and there's that urge, like, oh, I can just kind of, sneak over here and just watch Netflix. Can't do it, right? So this is going to help you get focused and get a whole bunch accomplished in only 1 hour. So just doing a little bit every day is like exercising, right? You wouldn't expect to just go to the gym and work out for 2 hours really heavily once a week and see results. No, if you go and say you run 20 minutes a day, every day, or even walk 15 minutes a day, you're going to see a huge change by the end of 30 days. And this is what we're doing with Screw the Hustle Crew. Now, the crazy thing about this is all for the cost of less than an apple a day. But your business moving forward for less than a piece of fruit. Okay, but there is a limited time because we're starting June 1st. So that's only in a couple of days, right? Because this is a monthly membership. Now, because we're starting this off, we're doing it for a super ridiculous, crazy price of $1 a day. That's $30 a month for the first 100 people, and then it'll jump to the regular price of $47, which is still a steal. We're going to get all this training and feedback and support and all these, like hacks and scripts and work along Wednesdays for that price. Okay. Now the really cool thing about this is that there is no monthly. It's not like a contract. There is no long-term commitment. It's month by month. If for some reason you're like, hey, Larissa, this isn't working out for me, no hard feelings. Just cancel. Right? That's all you need to do. It's just that price every month. And if it's not for you, just walk away. And I promise no hard feelings. All right. So, but imagine getting all of this, these expert trainings, daily support, hacks and tips on how to move things forward. Feedback, we're doing Feedback Friday, so you can get feedback on what you're working on, because working on your own seems like you're in a vacuum and sometimes you can't see the forest for the trees. So hacks, tips, scripts, personalized feedback, master classes. Where can you get all this expert advice for $1 a day? Heck, what can you even buy for $1 a day? You can't even get coffee for that anymore. Now I'm offering this at a super low price because I really want to help other entrepreneurs. I've been in other masterminds and other membership groups that are like 4 times the price and not even close to what is going to be in Screw the Hustle Crew. Now the other cool thing is, as we go along, every month we're focusing on a different topic. Our library keeps growing. So there's going to be all that information that you can refer back to. And 1 month it might be Facebook Lives, Facebook ads. Another month, it could be working how to do simple Canva, you're doing graphics with Canva. Whatever it is, is step by step, really diving deep into what we need to do as entrepreneurs and really understand it. So I am so excited because people have been asking me like, hey Larissa, how can we get these trainings that you're really good at about getting things and boiling it down to this essence so it's easy to understand. And that's why I created Screw the Hustle Crew, because I know I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that feels overwhelmed and with all the things and spending thousands of dollars a year on courses that we never use or implement. Like, this is the thing. Money loves speed, and we have to implement. Doesn't matter if you've got a course, if you never use it, what good is it, right? So this is your chance to step up, say, I'm going to spend 5 or 10 minutes a day on my business daily. All right, it's like flossing your teeth or going for a walk or, like taking 10 minutes a day to do some kind of a meditation or long-term planning. This is what we're talking about. 5 or 10 minutes a day, $1 a day. And within a month, you are going to see a huge growth in your business. I guarantee you, because there's nothing else like this on the internet. Like, I wish that I've had this, years ago when I started my business, because it would have made my life so darn easier. Now, this is a chance to become part of a community that keeps you up to date with the latest in technology, the changing in strategies, algorithms, changes in apps, so that you're not having to try and be in all these different Facebook groups or reading trade publications. It's a one-stop shop. Monthly membership, monthly master classes, daily tips, and tasks to help keep you organized and get you actually implementing what we're learning that month. Work along Wednesdays, feedback Fridays, and a great community. But for $1 a day, I mean, you can't go wrong. But that's only for the first 100 people. And remember, the doors are closing on June 1st. So don't delay. I'm dropping the link down there. Try it for a month. If you don't love it, you can walk away. But for $1 a day, you can screw the hustle. You can move your business forward and meet some really awesome people along the way. Can't wait to see you in the crew.